moderator.
Okay, so it's 10 a.m. at GMT. So should we start now? Okay. Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome to the APSCE webinar series. This time we will this webinar is curated by the APSCE Educational Gamification Game-Based Learning SIG. So we are very honored to invite Professor Lee Wong from Open University of China. And he will give us a very interesting talk talking about how to design and the practice of the gamified online course from the knowledge structure embedded perspective. Because you know, Open University is, all their courses are online. So usually their students are thousands or even more. So I believe we are able to learn a lot from Professor Wang from his experience in teaching online course, especially when we are in the pandemic. So I would like to give the floor to Professor Wang. Now it's yours.
Thank you. I will share my screen. How to okay. How to minimal? Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Wang Li. Come from OUC, China. It's my honor to speak here, and I'm very glad to share my topic with you. Then today I'd like to talk something about design and practice and gamified online course from knowledge structure embedding perspectives. The main goal is to find out through the research that the gamified course can be accepted by students and can effectively improve the effect of the online teaching. Okay, first start of small things. My son learned basic mathematics. I spent a lot of time teaching him addition and subtraction. A little disappointed he didn't master, but soon he learned master in kindergarten, and very surprised. And they found out the teacher used games to teach him to learn. And I get a game from the teacher, and I show to you. This is a screenshot of the game. I briefly summarize the game, the learning process of the game. There are 5 stages, 5 paths, and create the scenario for the children. And the teacher will put forward the tasks. The child will make effort to solve the task. And when they finish the task, they will get applause and a red flower. Very funny. So my son like it. And personally, I like play the game about a single easy game and complex online game like a Russia block and the World of Warcraft. I have read some articles and papers, and I know, and some professor in university, in US university, they using the game to teaching economic lessons. It's very useful for the game. And last year, last year, My colleague and I translate the book Learning in the Virtual World. The author of the book is Sue Gregory, who is a professor and chair of research in the School of Education at the University of England, Australia. An immersive game, The Second Life, was mentioned that can effectively support students' learning. Based on this, that's my original intention to do this research. About my presentation, we will divide the three parts. The first part is a gamified course design, by how to do design. The second part is gamified teaching practice. We do some questionnaire and do some two experiment. And the final part is a visions on gamified teaching. Okay, the first part, Over the years, there have many problems in online teaching and learning. I will pick up a few more difficult, more prominent questions to list here. The lack of the interaction in online course than face-to-face class. And the second, how to analyze the students' learning behaviors, and high drop rate in online teaching, especially in OUC. And the evaluation system need to be stressed, especially just practical aspects are difficult to achievement, especially for online teaching. So our gamed course just mainly focus on it. It's often mentioned that we would when we design the course, we should take the students at the center. How to do it, especially for online teaching. So we have those three things: as attractor, support, incentive. About attractor, we have a lot of students who don't use online courses, and we need to attract him to use them. And second, effective learning support must be provided during their learning, during their online learning. The third, through the use of some teaching strategies, I hope they are willing to use the online learning system for him. I hope the game mechanism can play a role in doing that. This is Android programming technology. This is the course I'm responsible for, and I have rebuilt it using a gamified mechanism. I hope my students need to complete the task through the game level, so you can game level. There are many articles about the effectiveness of games for teaching support. I read a paper, Professor Shang, come from Beijing University. In his paper, he provides the game-focused learning. It proposes three core educational values of games: game motivation, game thinking, and game spirit. The game motivation is the most basic. It's also most operational value. Focus on the application of game to learning, stimulate students' enthusiasm for learning, and game motivation must be include learning technology, improving ability, and emotional attitude, and so on. This is the game motivation. About game thinking, it means that it doesn't have to be pure game that are applied to learning, but rather the elements, mechanism, and the design of games that are applied to education. For example, points, badges, medal, ranking list, and other elements can be used to stimulate the students to challenge. The third is a game spirit. Game spirit, a state of human existence. Game spirit indicates that people can get rid of the constraints and the restrictions of reality and actively pursue the essential freedom, which is one of the fields of the people's pursuit of the spiritual freedom. Game and about the process rather than the outcome. So finally, I think spirit, in the spirit, the attitude of the game is serious. It's very important. So the core of the three core educational value is a deep intrinsic motivation, which is to let students learn more by intrinsic motivation rather than external pressures. On the base, I refer to another paper. Some people propose the knowledge type. The knowledge can be divided 4 types, including factual knowledge, conceptual knowledge, and procedural knowledge, strategic knowledge. Related my course and your program knowledge. I analyze my knowledge point. So the 4 type knowledge will be applied. So factual knowledge, below and this the element is fact. Description, the nature is a state of the things at a lower abstraction level. For example, Android, the point is a knowledge point, Android. Android is a free and open source operating system based on the Linux kernel. I will transfer this knowledge to the students. This knowledge type is a factual knowledge. I think the game type, it may be a quiz game, is suitable. And about conceptual knowledge, corresponding the elements is including schema, model, category, principle, and so on. It's like a cognitive structure, such as how to learn pi, this knowing. Maybe simulation game type is suitable. The third procedure knowledge, just mainly focus on the process. Students can finish learn this knowledge step by step. For example, scenario like automobile mend. Maybe the VR and AR game is suitable. The fourth type analogy is strategic knowledge. Just is a general method and how to display, like how to pay personal income test is complex for the students and for the learner. So maybe using RGP to draw player game type is good for them. That's 4 type of knowledges. On the basis, I think knowledge can be divided into categories: explicit knowledge and implicit knowledge. Explicit knowledge, this kind of knowledge is formal and structured, sometimes referred to as a factual knowledge. Implicit knowledge refers to the intuitive and experience-based knowledge. It's also considered the most valuable source of knowledge, and it is the most likely to trigger organizational breakthroughs. So now, why I call knowledge structure embedding? I think knowledge can be locked into the process, product, culture, conversation, or structure. So I propose knowledge structure embedding, especially divided the knowledge structure embedded explicitly, and knowledge structure embedded implicitly. About a gamified course with knowledge structure embedding should closely focus on learning objectives, integrate scheme elements into the online teaching situation, and build a bridge and a connection to transform classroom knowledge into the practical ability through the games. I think that's my target. How to refactor the course? I think there are 6 stages in which do. In the first stage is a presentation. There are icebreaking game. We will provide icebreaking game and group games. In the second stage, just mainly focus on the import, to knowledge import. We will give some detailed case, specific case for the students. And in third stages, and we'll give some just these pretending stages. We will sort out knowledge points and help the students using the online teaching platform to explore game elements for content and task. The fourth stage is practice. As I hope students can log in the platform and finish the task. During the course, they can finish task through some game like the Rapture, Island, and the TCG game, trading card game. Okay. The fifth stage is summary. We will provide a large assignment, just big job, and I will provide the last game. I'm a coder because my course is Android programming. I hope the student can be a suitable, qualified the coder. Finally, I will give a final review. This is the stages of the gamified course. This slide shows the strategy of the gamified course. I using scaffolding strategies. The course including 5 parts. The first part is theme architecture. I will define theme architecture with game elements, and according to the knowledge, according to the unit, I design the module, and in each module, I will design the task, and during the learning course, the tutor we will give a silence instruction for the students. Finally, I hope the student can master the knowledge and the skill through the way. So students, when they enter the course, they can learn the flow level case based on flow level base case steps, and explore and complete the setting level open task independently. And finally, they can summarize the learned and apply the knowledge and realize the knowledge transfer. This is, for example, a flow level task. such as a knowledge point, the application of activity. Activity is a basic component and the Android system. In this knowledge point, the task we will design task. Students can watch the video and listen to the teacher explain the concept of activity. And the student use the tool to design and submit the activity, submit a job or work. How to design the task? We will design like I, the master of the island. The student can log in the task page and click the flag on the island and complete the task and get a point and a card. When finished, you can get a task reward, point, card, ranking, title. This is the framework of the gamified course. I use 3 games, which is corresponding different task type and game type. The first, the floor game. The game type is a single and standalone. And the task type about object items such as multiple choice, single choice, and true or false. The second game is the Master of Islands. The game type is a multi-party and it's asynchronized. The task type is a subjective item such as essay, case study. The final game is the Rapture of the Island. Game type multiple party. It's also a synchronized. Task type is objective and subjective items. The game will be deployed as a model plugin on my own OOC platform and collect the TC trading card game system and connect the blockchain system. We built a private blockchain. So the game is so students can using the login the course and finish the work through the game. In the game, I think incentive elements is very important. Some people sum up the incentive elements. They have more kind of element. I think 4 elements are very important. Quantitative elements, honor elements, progressive elements, and figurative elements. About the quantitative elements, such as point and token. Spec items like point tokens are assigned to all the events, and the other points obtained in some tasks, and the exchange conditions are clear to learner, so that learner can know more clearly how many points they need to get before they can exchange or upgrade. When each operation has corresponding positive feedback, learners will be motivated to carry out more operations and positive feedback. At the same time, learner can intuitively see the gap between the goals. By the way, reinforce the user learning objectives, which will encourage learners to actively engage in relevant learning activities. About the quantitative elements, I design the token, digital token, using smart contract of Ethereum based on the smart contract ERC20. ERC20 will provide a candle cogenerous token. I designed this candle token. Name is e-learning coin. You can visit the link and access the ERC token. About honor elements, It includes medals, titles, and the ranking list. In the positive feedback mechanism, winning honor is an effective way to motivate learners, which is reflected the number of the medals won, ranking in the competitions, and so on. When these rankings and medals are increased and compared to the previous ones, the learner will feel a sense of honor, and the player will need to continuously gain a sense of humor, and hence an honor to satisfy this feeling. We will provide a medal, title, and ranking list. These are honor elements. About progressive elements, many about upper grade and press bar. This hierarchical approach allows learners to explore more categories of tasks, where unlocking more difficult tasks and then achieve the satisfaction of the game, such as a game level in the main page. And in the detail page, you can follow step to finish the task. This is progressive elements. Finally, is the figurative elements. It includes digital title, digital certificate, and digital gifts. The essence of these things is to enable learners to get positive feedback and users to get a sense of satisfaction. Such gifts can express praise or approval, which can satisfy learners in terms of value and achievement, so as to enhance their motivation for learning. Now have a popular software application, so TikTok or Bilibili. On the living stream platform, users can choose any content they are interested in the direct watch it, and they can send digital gifts to the apps. By the way, receiving the gifts will give users a powerful response. The apps will give a useful, powerful response, such as the full screen, barrage, and platform announcement. Those will further motivate the user to continue send the gifts. Using the figurative elements, I designed the digital certificate using smart contract ERC 7021. ERC 721 is a standard protocol of Ethereum, like ERC 20. It provides compared to ERC 20. It provides non-continuous task. It defines an interface specification or the integration inseparable and unique token for interaction and circulation. This is code write using Solidity language. This is for a digital certificate. We'll upload to the blockchain, our private blockchain. Here's some tips. Note: Ethereum doesn't provide a way to manipulate files directly. We need to convert image file into the base64 data and upload. And the picture, the image, should be small size. This is a digital certificate. In our work, in our research, we will provide game course evaluation. The assessment of learning process and learning results is also important. So we did some work. We did some evaluation work before the semester and during the semester and the end of the semester for the evaluate the students, the learning effort and the learning result. This is the first part about how to design the gamified course. In the second part, just for the game teaching practice. Somebody call me. We made a work plan. This is my work plan. Make sure the teaching group, my teaching group, and understand the work to be done, and the timeline, and when they will next check in about the progress. From the September 2020, we start the project. Until now, we finished the first semester studying. This is the main page. The student can click the link to enter the gamified course. This game, flock game, the master of the island, the recapture of the island. So the student can read articles, watch videos, and do his homework, finish the task in the gamified course. And in the master of island, the student can take the island and plant a flag. When they submit the homework, the flag will turn right into the green. Turn right into the green. In the floor game, the student can get medal, point, title. In the master of island, the student can get the title, be the master of the island, and the receptor of the island. They can get the title, card, and rank. Individual and the whole class. This is a flock game. There's a title and a medal. About the medal, I set up some rules. A student pass the 3 tests, he can get Rocky medal. When they pass the 4 tests, he can get bronze medal. Pass the 6 tests, he can get silver medal. And pass 10 tests, he can get the diamond medals. The medal refer to the design of the popular game, like King Glory. It's a medal. The course provide a proper page. Student can see their rewards information on this page, like my medals and my other master title and my virtual currency. This is Master Island. The game. The students who completes the test first and get the highest score will win and become the master of the island. This is a rule. With the help of MIGA, the TCG trading card game was successfully deployed in our server. In the last years, the students I taught very interested. They play the game after study and work. It really draw closer between the teacher and the students between students. That's my narrator. About the detailed gamified teaching practice, let's say show the stated students taking this class in this semester. You know, OUC have 44 branches. In this semester, over 5,000 students have taken this class. And thanks to Beijing College OUC, they provide support for our group. And there are 427 students of Beijing College OUC participate in the course involving the experiment. At the beginning, however, there are 427, but only 389 students answered the questionnaires and complete their work using gamified course finally. We often, by the way, we communicate through the Discord group of WeChat. This is a screenshot. In addition, we provide 2 questionnaires for students: pre-class questionnaire and after-class questionnaire. It's been running for a semester. Let's see what happened. This is about questionnaire analysis. The question, I pick up a question to answer, to show there. Question, I like to play. From the picture, you can see multiple players which reach in the option multiple player which reach in action in game. Most students do grade 8. And the question, when a course had a reward mechanism, I will quickly complete the learning activity of this course. Over half students choose neutrality. And about when gamification is applied to the online teaching, do you think the following indicators are important? Indicators including interesting and educational, reward, participatory, artist, competitive, teamwork, UI, UX design. So the students give more positive feedback. To prove the validity of the gamified course, we did 2 experiments. The basic comparison experiment and a valid comparison experiment. The first experiment is a basic comparison experiment. Just Beijing College OUC. The students come from Beijing College OUC. Experimental group just come from Beijing College, and I choose control group. 420 students from Hubei branch of OUC. They are not through the experimental gamified course, but the general course for learning. We combine students' grade and system log data for analysis. In order to reduce the error of the teachers in the evaluation standard, we specially grade the normal homework and the large assignment submitted by the students in Hubei branch. These are comparison dimensions. Overall completion rate, on-time completion rate, average homework scores, and average score for final for large assignment. This result shows the over completion rate and the on-time completion rate. From the picture, you can see the experimental group get a good result. And the same in the average homework scores and average score for the final assignment. Refer to the task submit, the number of time. Refer to time the task was submitted and the number of time the job was submitted. I believe games do promote the teaching efforts. The second experiment is a value-added comparison experiment. I think in this experiment, I think more incentive will be needed. Value-added group is certified to come from the and the basic experiment group certified. They both come from the 389 students. They are all learn the experimental game platform. But about value-added group, we will add a different incentive point, like a water point cut in the third week. We will add a water point, and in the fifth week we will add the card exchange mechanism. In the ninth week, we will add digital certification. The teacher will inform the students. We inform the students of value-added group. Focus on in this time point. I added these elements. So we will become a comparison. The value-added group and the basic experiment group in average homework score and average score for final assignment. Using Cohen effect size, this is the formula. According to the result, analysis results, effect size about the element points. Effect size is 0.85. About the card exchange elements, the effect size is 0.46. About effect size equal and lower 0.2. 0.2 is a low effect. Equal 0.5 is a minimal. Over the effect size is over 0.8 is a big effort. From the result, we can see the value-added increase when add the incentive elements for the students. It promote the learning result. So for now, it's the part work, you know, it's big work. It's too many data. It's big work to take a lot of time. So the part result. Maybe a few months later, we will provide the whole research result for you. About the trading card game, I show the list. Only a few students like the trading card game. We do some conversation with the students, most students. Through the interview, we know the more young students, especially born up to 2000, most like to play King Glory and Crossfire more than trading card game. No. Okay, this is the teaching practice. The final part is about the vision on gamified teaching. I think the introduction of new technology and methods such as AR, VR, and artificial intelligence for gamified course is very necessary. I went to Fujian branch of OUC to do some research in April. I'm very impressed with their VR course. It can provide good immersive experiments for students, I think. And some GitHub, AI technology system online teaching is popular. We do some work on it. So thanks GitHub, I found some very many open source projects using AI technology. And using AI technology for academic support and emotional support. I choose I select open source project like sequence to do some research work. Recently, I talked to the OUC IT part, the boss of the OUC IT department about the possibility of AI technology using, and they were doing similar work. They were doing similar work. I hope we can use AI technology in my course in future. Okay, make a brief conclusion. With the game as a connection, the constructions of individual knowledge is realized through the cooperation and communication between students. Incentive mechanism can effectively enhance the learning atmosphere in the online course. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Wang. So right now, if our attendees, if you have any question, you can post it on the Q&A, and we will try to answer a few questions because we only have about 10 minutes left. So first of all, we already have two questions from Professor Wu. The first question is for male and the female students, whether there are different game preferences and even role settings, and whether these should be considered into your game design, and how many resources and for the big cash investment, and how to evaluate the effect of game embedded course.
And for the 怎么说呢？用中文还是用中文？ For male
use
and
English.
Please
use English to respond.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
For male and students, we design the same rules, but in the questionnaire about the male and female students.
Okay, I believe Professor Wang's
framework.
Sorry. Sorry, it was frozen. Your network was frozen a little bit. Could you please repeat your answer again?
Answer again? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because sorry.
Oh, no. Okay. As design same rules for the female and as design same rules for female and male and students, no special for female. And from the result of the questionnaire, the female students give normal feedback, and the male students give the very positive feedback. Most of the students, male students, like the game, the elements. And consider the game design. Require many resources. Yes, very many resources are using the company, the OUC online company. It belong to OUC and Beijing and some university like Beijing University of Technology. Will provide most help for me, for us, and not bigger cash investment. Just for now, I think 80,000 RMB, maybe $1.5 US. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So another question, I think, how to earn your e-learn coins. I mean, for your the blockchain coins, and how to exchange it.
We designed two platforms. Just we designed a model plugin. By news, we will transfer to the new platform. New learning platform. The current learning platform will transfer the new platform. New platform is under development. So we just designed the model plugin. It's an older platform, not finished yet. But we work over the students or big oil, Beijing University of Technology. The students can design a wallet developed according to the Lunary wallet project. Lunary project is a GitHub. It's an open source of GitHub. We just game clone this. You can download this source code and rebuild it, redeveloped and rebuild it, and add the exchange manager. So it's work. Just it's like a market, some like a car and like a badge. Just have like a DJ, some titles can be exchanged using the ERC20 tokens.
Okay, so thank you. And we have another question from Dr. Casano. So he's very interesting about how to engage students, especially we have some kind of, we feel that students have weak sense presence in the online course. So are you able to briefly discuss if you are able to observe heightening presence from students who use the gamified system? And would you say that we are able to attribute this to the gamification intervention used?
Intervention used. 哇，因为他就是中间有点没听清楚。In the middle, unstable. Please repeat. In the middle.
It is on the Q&A. So if you click the Q&A, it has the question, the complete question.
And
the basic problem is, I mean, the basic problem is about we know that in the online class is students have weak sense of presence. You don't know if students are involved in the class. So when you are using the gamified course, do you feel that they have more presence in the course activities?
Yes. In this semester, we have built a few three workshops for students. In each workshop, we have just clear topics. In first workshop, just for the questionnaire, the first pre-questionnaire, just collect the problem and teaching the spirit of the game spirit, getting more motivation, some conception to the students. In the second workshop, I just select the 20 students, make a conversation, talk about the flop game and the phantom game. They I asked some question. Do you like the game? Do you like the game fight question? And we will talk through the conversation. We get the positive feedback, and at the same time, I hope students can transfer their opinion to more students. In the final workshop conversation, just we go to the Beijing Culture OUC, I just pick up some talk to the pick some the tutor, their teacher, just directly will take tutor. They can communicate with students face to face. I hope they can help us to improve and finish the second paper, especially in the end of the semester. At the normal ordinary time, we using the discount. We often have conversation where the WeChat group through the different way, in different encourage ways. I hope the process or the experiment is good to work.
Okay, so so any other questions? Yeah, I don't know if Professor Woody asked another question about the money to develop the quiz, but I don't know if that is good question to ask. Yeah, so okay, any other questions for Dr. Wang? Anything? No? Okay, so thank you very much, Professor Wang. Please stop sharing your screen. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, so really we really appreciate that Professor Wang give us a very interesting talk for our program about the gamified how to gamify the class. So I would like to thank everyone to attend this conference, this webinar. And the APSCE will have another webinar in September 10th. And the time is similar to the current time. I believe so, maybe 1 hour earlier. And we invite Professor Ryan Baker from University of Pennsylvania, and the moderator is Professor Ben Wang. So hope that we are able to see you again in the webinar next month. So thank you very much for the coming, and hope you have a wonderful day and evening.
Good evening. Good afternoon. Okay.
Thank you.
See you.
Thank you.
Bye.